I signed up for a powerlifting meet without a coach, without experience, and without even knowing someone was going to train me. And I won my first powerlifting meet. Hi, my name is Labria. I'm a strength coach, a mom, a powerlifter, and I want to talk to you about my origin story on how I even got into powerlifting. 6 months before getting into the powerlifting scene, I thought something was fundamentally wrong with me. Let's rewind 6 months before even getting into the powerlifting scene. So I had quit corporate December 2024, and I was getting into starting new positions. So I'm like trying to figure all these things out. Through that, I was consuming motivation. I was consuming like, okay, this is a new start. This is a new me, right? New year, new me. And I'm watching everything I can. I am eating up the motivation. And I was just asking myself, like, why can't I stay consistent with things that I put in place? Like, yes, I have stayed consistent with having a job. I worked in corporate for 9 years. So I know that I can be consistent, but it was like, why can't I be consistent when I put a goal in place? And I'm really asking these questions like, yo, what is wrong with me? Like, is something truly wrong with your girl on why I can't stay consistent when I set goals for myself? And there was a point where I thought I was broken, like, Labria, like, what is going on? And I realized that I've never truly pushed myself past my capacity because I've always made excuses for myself. It's like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, we all know the excuses. I have said them all. One day I stumbled across this podcast with Dr. Huberman and Goggins, and I will link it in the description below. And I listened to that video 7 times. One of the things, he said a lot of things that really hit me, but one of the things that really hit me, he said that he has ADHD and that he struggled with that all through school, his adulthood. And he also talked about how he had to like read a page 7 times in order to get it. I'm like, dang, I relate so hard. And then after that, he talks about how ADHD is not an excuse. ADHD is not an excuse for you to say, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't go after this. Oh, I can't be consistent. Oh, because I have ADHD, it's like we're putting a barrier in front of ourselves before we even allow ourselves to go after our goals or to do something that we want to do. And he also talks about how he hates running, but he does it anyway. And doing that has pushed him past his capacity, has made him become stronger mentally, of course, physically, but mentally and emotionally. And that whole interview stuck with me. And I realized in that moment, I had no true reason. Like, there was no true excuse for me not to do something to push me past my capacity. I have ADHD. I know I'm a mom and I can bring up all the excuses, but there's no excuse for me to say I can't reach a goal because ADHD is hard. Like, there's just no excuse. So on that 7th listen, because just like I told you, I have to listen to things multiple times for it to register in my mind. And I was like, you know what? I am about to sign up for something. I am about to do something, follow through, and finish it. And I'm about to sign up for a competition. I don't know what type of competition it is, but I am going to sign up for something hard, that's difficult, that's going to push me past my capacity. I realized that I've never put myself in a situation where I push myself to see what I'm actually capable of. I said, you know what? I'm about to sign up for a competition. At that time, I didn't know what competition it was. I didn't know what I was doing, but I said, I am going to sign up for this. So I went to Google and I typed in fitness competitions. Bodybuilding came up. I said, absolutely not. I like to eat. CrossFit. I said, absolutely not. I love my CrossFit people, but I knew in my soul, like deep in there, that wasn't for me. And then powerlifting came up. And then I saw that there was a powerlifting competition that was coming up in November in Ohio. I live in Michigan, in Ohio. And guess what I did? I immediately signed up for it. I didn't have a plan. Technically, I didn't have a coach. I had someone in mind that could train me, but I didn't have anything at that point. But I just said, you know what? I'm going to sign up for this powerlifting meet and I'm going to figure it out on the way. And that's what I did. Whether I had a coach or not, I was going to do it regardless. It was going to happen. Okay. So that like not having a plan, like did not stop me from saying like, okay, I'm about to do this. You know what I mean? Here's where I start to blow my own mind. So before I even went to my first session, so after I signed up for it, I called Kyle and I was like, yo, can you train me? Because I know that you've been in powerlifting meets before and you've been killing it. Like my coach, he's like lifting 500-600 pounds. Before I even got to my first session, I'm like, okay, I know that I can squat 90 pounds. So I'm like, you know what? For my first meet, hear me out. For my first meet, I'm going to do 135 pounds on the platform. Tell me why. On my first session with my coach, the first week, the first day, and I have a video talking about this, I hit 135 in my first session. My mind was blown. In that moment, I realized how low I thought of myself. I was setting goals based on how little I believed about myself. The 6 months leading to my first meet, my confidence skyrocketed. And yes, it was about lifting weights, but it was about so much more. I was proving to myself that one, I can be consistent for long periods of time. I can follow through. I can endure. I can persevere. I can be devoted to something. I can truly show up every single day, even when I don't feel like it. And this is something outside of work and going to corporate. This is something that I just was not able to do and I think it was because I just didn't find something that I truly wanted to do. And I realized this along my journey is that for me, someone with ADHD, if I am going after something, if I am pursuing something, I need to make sure that I love the process more than the outcome. And during that journey, I started to fall in love with doing hard things. I started to fall in love with training and going to training and showing up and having fun and proving to myself every single day that I am capable and that I am stronger than I think. And I will say one of the hardest parts about training and powerlifting is that you have to rest and recover. Like that is part of the plan. That is not optional. That is not negotiable. And because when you're in your strength blocks, when you are lifting close to your 1 rep max, you are putting a toll on your body. You are stressing. Literally, you are stressing your body out with so much load. And I had to really learn how to recover. I had to learn how to rest. I had to learn how to just not train on days that I'm not supposed to be training. And to find out what works for me. So now we're at the meet. That's 6 months. Now we're at the meet. And I'm like, okay, this meet that I go to is going to confirm to me if I'm going to continue in powerlifting or not. Also, going into this meet, my goal was not to win. That was not my goal at all. Because I'm like, they're probably going to crush me. I want to hit every lift. Now, that's very extreme to get all lifts. I want to prove to myself that I can do this. When I got there from beginning to end, I loved it. Like the energy from the people. I had my family there. My coach came. My videographer came. Like it was a ball. Like going through the process of that and going up for every lift, it just felt so freaking good. And it was just like, I am showing everyone like the work that I'm putting in and showing myself the work that I've put in. Because when you're on that platform, if you don't know, you're going on the platform to hit your 1 rep max. So you're going on that platform. You really never have hit the weight that you're about to hit on the platform. That's the whole goal. Yes, you have worked up to hit that, but you've never hit it in training, you know? So I absolutely loved it. And before we even got to the end of the meet, I'm like, oh, I'm going to continue doing this. This is something that I'm going to do for a very long time. Here's the funny part. The funny part is as I'm going through the competition and I'm looking at the scoreboard, I'm like, I actually got a chance to win. And one thing you need to know about me is that I'm competitive. I'm competitive at heart. And it's so funny that I even went in there like, oh, I'm not gonna compete, or I'm not gonna look at nobody's numbers. I'm just gonna be me. Like, girl, please. Like, I am competitive at heart so much that I don't even let my son win. Like, after my son turned 1 year old, I was like, you have to learn to lose, and you also have to learn to win. You know what I mean? So I really got into it, and that realization, I said, oh yeah, this is it. This is for me. And through all this, oh my goodness, I've learned so much. But I learned, 1, that I'm not broken. 2, I've been viewing myself so low. And I realized that I needed to find something that I love the process of, not just the outcome. And truly, when you find something that you truly love the process more than the outcome, you will commit to it. You will show up for it. And it won't be just about willpower. You're gonna wake up loving and wanting to do the thing. And that's not everything. Like, but when I just realized that I love this, like, I wake up and I'm like, I'm ready to train even when I don't feel like it. Because with anything, you're not going to want to do it, but because you are in love with the process, you're still gonna get up and do it. And I want to document this journey to show, 1, that I'm not special. I just stopped making excuses and told myself that I am going to do the hard thing anyway, and I am going to figure it out no matter what happens. So I am training for my second powerlifting meet that will be happening May 30th this year. And of course, I am documenting the whole process, the wins, the losses, the mindset, and like what it actually takes. If you want to follow along, if you are tired of making excuses and you want to find your hard thing, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And in the comments, you tell me, what is your hard thing that you're going to commit to for 2026. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Mic check, 1 2 1 2 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2 2. There's hope. Okay. All right. So action. Okay, let me make sure my mic is on, my camera is on, I am on. Let's go.